So today we're going to make yogurt in an 8-quart Instant Pot. The first thing that you want to do is put in your steamer rack trivet with handle, which comes with the Instant Pot, and then pour in some water below the level of the rack. About 2 to 2.5 cups is what this will take. And then I put in a glass bowl. It fits right in like that. So then we take a half a gallon of whole milk. You don't have to buy it from Kroger. I've had better results using whole milk than 2%, but you can make it with 2%. Do not use skim milk because it will not make good yogurt. But you can pour your milk into the bowl, and then the top on the Instant Pot. And you're going to want to select the steam setting. Now, different models have different control panels, but there will be a steam setting. On mine, it's right here. You press this. You also want to set to high pressure and normal mode. And then it will start beeping. And now it will heat. And once it reaches the appropriate temperature, it will then steam it for 2 minutes and then turn off automatically. It'll beep at that time. This is the pasteurization process for the milk. Now, the milk you buy in the store is already pasteurized, but you must do this additional pasteurization step because your yogurt will not come out properly if you don't. This will usually take about 15 minutes from when you put the milk in and turn it on. So a minute or so ago, the pot beeped 5 times. So now we'll just take the top off. So now I've got the milk out on the counter to cool. You do need to have a thermometer to check the temperature. I use a candy thermometer. It looks like it's up to, this is about 160 degrees, which is much too warm. So we need to let this cool for probably between 15 and 20 minutes. In the meantime, we want to dump the water out of the Instant Pot. And you turn the Instant Pot off, of course, and then put your stainless steel inner pot back in. Make sure that that's really clean. If you cooked Mexican food in it last night, that's fine, but if you don't clean it out really well, you will get some of the smell of that other dish that you cooked in it into your yogurt, which you really don't want. So we've let the milk sit for about 20 minutes or so. We'll have a skin on top of it. And just throw that away. And now you can pour your milk directly into the stainless steel inner pot and ferment it that way. I personally find it works out better. It's a lot easier to manage if you just pick the whole rack up by the handles and put the milk back inside the inner pot. Well, remember, there's no water left in the inner pot at this point. And now, just to be on the safe side, let's check the temperature once more. Make sure it's between 105 and 115. And that's just about perfect. It's about 115, so that's fine. Now, at this point, we have to add the starter and some sugar. You can use the freeze-dried starter that you can get from Amazon. Yeah, Amazon has that. I actually bought the Instant Pot at Amazon. And probably just buy the yogurt on Amazon and save all this trouble too. But rather than using that, I have a starter that I use. It's left over from my last batch of yogurt. I froze it. It can keep for quite a while frozen. It'll keep in your refrigerator for a couple of weeks, but if it's more than a week, I typically just freeze it. You thaw it out first, and then just pour the starter into the yogurt mixture. And then you're going to need some sugar. I use what amounts to about 3/8 of a cup of sugar in a half gallon of milk. Now this is totally a matter of taste. Of course you can use more or less as your experience dictates. And then very gently stir the milk mixture to get the sugar and the starter mixed up. Don't beat it by any means. Just stir it gently and get it all mixed up. And then we're going to put the top back on the Instant Pot. And this fermentation process is at a very low temperature, so again, it doesn't really matter if you have the valve open or closed because it will not develop enough pressure to make a difference. And now you press yogurt. It's going to beep in a second. And now it's going to start counting up for 8 hours. It takes 8 hours to ferment your yogurt. So one of the things that you should get is a set of these handy little yogurt jars. I'm not sure how much they hold, about 4 ounces or something, I think. And you can just get them at Amazon. You can get anything at Amazon, but they do have yogurt jars. I think they come in sets of 8. I bought 2 of them. And a half gallon of milk with this recipe will make just about 13 of these if you put fruit in the bottom. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the fruit in the bottom and then pour the yogurt in. The other little jar over there with the green lid, that's an old horseradish jar, which is what I use for my culture for next time. So you always want to save about 2 ounces of your yogurt as your culture for the next batch you make. So before we can make the yogurt, we have to chop up the fruit we're going to use. You can use whatever you want. You can use blueberries or blackberries or raspberries. The raspberry makes very good yogurt. Watermelon does not work well. I haven't tried dill pickles yet. I think that would be kind of gross. But you can use whatever you want. Today I'm going to make strawberry banana. I've not made strawberry banana before, so we'll find out if it's any good. So we'll need to chop up our strawberries and our bananas and have them ready and put them in our jars before we put the yogurt in. So let's get all these strawberries and bananas chopped up. So we're just about ready for our yogurt. When the timer hits 8 hours, it will beep and then it will turn off and our yogurt will be ready to put into the jars. And there we have it. After 8 hours of fermentation, our yogurt is now ready. So we can turn off the Instant Pot. And there we have a whole half gallon of freshly made yogurt. So the first thing to do is put some into a jar, probably a little more than that. And we'll save this for next time. I'm going to freeze this and I will have some culture ready for next time. And now I can fill up my jars. And with a little bit for next time and enough fruit in the jars, you will get 13 of these little yogurt jars out of a half gallon of milk. One thing I like to do before I put the lids on is to stir the yogurt up just a little bit. If you prefer the fruit on the bottom, then skip this step. And when you're done with that, then you can put the lids on. Helps to put them on the right way. They screw on better if you don't put them on upside down. So now, after refrigerating it all night, it is ready to eat and should be very, very good. So that's how you make yogurt in the Instant Pot.